On behalf of Department of English, Government Postgraduate College, Attock, I welcome you all. These online classes have been started to help students for the preparation of the final papers that will be conducted by the University of the Punjab. As the COVID-19 has disturbed all fields of life, similarly, academic life and educational institutions have also been affected by this. In order to save the time of the students and to enable them to prepare themselves for the final exam, these classes are started on the instructions of Higher Education Department, Government of the Punjab, Lahore. Abdul Qayyum here, Assistant Professor of English with the lecture of B.Sc English Part 2, and we had discussed report writing in the last lecture. In this lecture too, I would continue with report writing, and in today's lecture I would be telling you about the stages of report writing. There are 7 stages that we need to consider while writing a report. So in this lecture, in today's lecture, I would be sharing with you the stages that should be followed while writing a report. By following these stages, you would be able to write a comprehensive and well organized report. Now I would start with the stages of report writing, in which I would share with you the stages that are involved in writing a report, because report writing is a well organized process. That this is not haphazard process, rather it is well organized process, and we need to follow the steps one by one and to follow the proper procedure for writing a report. So this is a well thought and a well organized process. It is a step by step process. That report writing is not just to go in one go, rather it is the process that we have to follow each step in an organized way. So while coming to this report writing, or the stages that are involved in report writing, so there are 7 stages of report writing. When we write a report, we need to keep these stages in the mind, and then we can write a comprehensive and an organized and authentic report. So before starting and going to the actual report writing, it is better to discuss the stages of the report writing in advance. While writing a report, you need to keep these things in the mind, and this would help you in writing the report in a proper way. Stage 1: Purpose of report. So this is the first stage in which we need to make it clear that why am I writing a report? What is the objective of writing this report? This is required very much to be clear about writing a report. If the purpose is clear, then certainly the report would be well organized and well relevant. But if one is not clear about the purpose, then there would be no unity and logical order in the report. So the first thing is to understand the purpose of report, because this would make the report well documented and well organized, and this would provide maximum information to the expected audience. Why? Because what he needs is that to have complete information about a certain issue. If a writer is well acquainted with the subject matter that is being discussed in the report writing, then he would be able to address these issues or information or whatsoever that is there in a well uh, organized way. Otherwise, if the writer is not clear about the purpose or the theme or the subject matter that is required for a report, then it would not be that much beneficial, and that would not be to the point. So the first thing is to clearly understand the purpose of a report, who the report is for. Again, this is very much important point in report writing. When you are writing a report, you must know that who is the person uh, for uh, for or who is the person you are writing the report for. This would also make it convenient for you to address the target people. If you do not know about who is going to listen to your report or read your report, then you would not be able to address the issues or to solve the problems that are required there. So this is again a very much significant point in the uh, report writing, because this would make it clear about your audience, and keeping in view the requirements of the audience and the status of the audience. This would help in making the report much more beneficial for the people. Why it is written? Again, this is the repetition. You can see, in other words, this is the purpose of the report. That why is this report written? What is the motive behind this report? And this would be very much important, because if the purpose is not known, the audience is not known, then the report is not going to be a well documented report. So for the better report writing, it is clear to have clarity about the purpose of the report and the person to whom you are writing this report, or the audience that who will be reading this report. That is very much essential for report writing. So this is the first stage. The first stage is primarily concerned about the purpose of report, to know that why the writer is writing a report, and for whom he is writing the report, and why is again referring to the purpose of the report. Here comes the second stage of report writing. In this stage, that is related to the selection of information. What is much more important in writing a report is the information that is provided. So, this decision is very much crucial to decide which information needs to be included and what to be excluded. So, this a crucial stage of the selection of material or the information is very much important in the report writing, because in report writing you should know what is very much indispensable for this report writing and what is there that can be superfluous in including it in the report. So the selection of information is an important step in the report writing. So the first sub point here is to gather relevant information. That the first decision that the writer needs to make is to uh, gather the relevant information for the report writing, because the audience or the person to whom you are writing this report, he is much more concerned with the information. If the information is relevant and that is to the point and that is like hitting the nail on the top, then this would be very much beneficial and helpful for the person for whom you are writing the report. If irrelevant information is there, then it would be quite difficult for the uh, audience or for the reader to, to determine that what is it for. So the first and the foremost point in the selection of information is to pick the relevant information, and that relevance can be decided because of the purpose of the report writing. If you are clear about the purpose of the report writing, then certainly it would be quite easy and convenient for you to make the selection of the relevant information. Number two step comes to decide how much detail is required. Again, this is very much significant point in report writing, and that is to decide what sort of the detail is required, that how much detail you need to give there. That is an important point. If the writer does not know the depth of the information, or he doesn't know the requirement that is there in report writing, then it would be quite challenging for him to address this issue. So again, relevant information, and then the intensity of the details, that how much detail is required, that is again not an easy decision, because when you are writing a report on some certain topic, you get much more information on that. A lot of information is there. When you get a lot, then you have to make the selection, and in that selection you need to concentrate what to include and what to drop, and that inclusion and dropping of material is based upon the purpose of the report writing. So you must be very much clear about the information and also about the detail that is required there. Study relevant literature. So when you are searching for some material, you need to concentrate on the relevant literature. And when you search on the relevant literature, this would be very much important. If you go for the irrelevant information, then at the end it would be not possible for you to pick the relevant information. So while making the selection of literature, do try to go only for the relevant information. So this stage is also of great importance in the report writing. So this is the stage 2 is related to the information, to the choice of the information, and what is it focusing upon is that always gather relevant information and decide about the detail very clearly, and also study the relevant literature so as to avoid confusion in report writing. Now we come to the third stage of report writing, and that is the organization of material. Because once you have selected the material, what matters a lot is the organization of material, because that helps in writing a report in a more organized way. So to retain organization in the material, first thing that we need to is to decide what to include. This has already been pointed out that selection of the relevant material and dropping out the irrelevant material is an important decision that is made while making selection of the material. So this also helps in maintaining the organization of material. When you have decided what to include, then it becomes easy to follow a pattern and follow a way that is required for a report writing. The next point is decide sequence. When the material has been finalized, then what do you need is the sequence. Sequence is primarily concerned with putting the things or the material in an order. This depends upon the subject matter of the report, that what to put first, what to put in the middle, and what to put in the end. So this also lends strength to the report writing, because you need to develop the report in a logical order, and this logical order is retained by putting the material in a logical and an organized way. So sequence is very much important, because this help in moving further in the report writing with the best possible solution, because if the report is established in an organized way, it becomes easy for the audience to understand it. But if the things are put in haphazard way and they are just mixed without following any sequence, then this can become problematic for the audience to understand that report. The next point is choose order of events. If there are different events that have taken place and you need to concentrate on them in the report writing, then it is upon the report writer to make a decision, and a reasonable decision, to put the things in a logical order, that what is the event that should be put first, and what is the one that should be put at the end. So that decision related to the order of the events is also important in maintaining the organization and logical order of the report writing. So this third step concentrates on the inclusion and exclusion of material, and then the sequence of the material that you put it there, and then finally comes the third point in the organization of material, comes the order of events. If the different uh, different events have taken place there, so then it is the need to drop certain and to carry on with the other points. So this is again very much important in writing an organized and a good report. So in today's lecture, we have discussed the first three stages that are required in the report writing. Tomorrow or in the next class, we would be discussing the next four stages that are required in writing a report. So in today's lecture, we just have discussed three stages for the report writing. I think I have made my point clear. If you still have some confusion or you need some clarity, then the WhatsApp group has been made for this purpose. You can share your questions there. That would be answered in the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much for joining us today. I hope and wish that you follow these lectures and you prepare yourself for the final examination, uh, so as to see you people successful in your academic life and the practical life as well. So for the next class, till the next class, I would say goodbye to you and see you in the next class. Thank you very much.